During this presentation, we will be looking at industrialization and the effect that it has on countries. We will also discuss indicators to standard of living and look at offshoring and outsourcing. Industrialized nations are nations that have gone through the industrialization process and moved from economies based on agriculture to economies based on industry. Industrialization usually has a positive effect on the country and the living conditions within. Industrialized nations typically enjoy a higher standard of living than agrarian or agricultural-based nations. Standard of living has numerous indicators, including income, poverty rate, life expectancy, infant birth mortality rate, and the availability of goods. Income and poverty rate denote the average amount of money made by citizens within a country and what percentage of those citizens live below the poverty line. In the United States, the poverty line is set at $22,350 a year for a family of 4. That breaks down to $430 a week, or just over $100 a person. Life expectancy also rises as countries industrialize. This is because they gain access to better medical care and services. Infant mortality rate is another standard of living factor that tends to get better as industrialization increases. Simply put, less babies die during birth in countries that have been through the industrialization process. Literacy rate, or the ability to read, also increases with industrialization because more people need to read in order to work the machines and perform the services needed. However, even though standard of living tends to increase as nations industrialize, there are some problems that are associated with industrialization. Invariably, production becomes expensive as nations industrialize, and the price of labor and land increases. This prompts some businesses to shift production overseas where these things can be gotten cheaper. This is known as offshoring. Unfortunately, the flood of jobs to other cheaper locales is not limited to manufacturing, but extends to the service sector as well. Services such as tech support, phone call centers, or even medical jobs can be outsourced or moved to cheaper locales overseas.